Welcome to this book discussion video. Not quite sure what the topic of this video will be. I mean books presumably, but any deeper than that I'm sort of coaxing along, but we'll see how it goes. So as always, if you've any views, thoughts, opinions on anything that I have to say, do let me know in the comment box below. It's I hear myself rambling in my head daily, so it's always nice for me to sort of see what other people have to say. That's the interesting aspects of these videos, seeing what other people think about these books and all that. So at the moment I've been reading Jerusalem by Lamora, which is this epic scale book. I've just finished book 2 of it. I've started book 3, so I'm almost finished, should be done by next week. I've been making lots of contemporaneous notes as I go along, and if it looks like an incoherent mess, that's largely because it is an incoherent mess. I do look forward to deciphering my own hieroglyphic handwriting and sort of uncovering what I have to say, but let's see how it goes. So I've been very much enjoying it so far, and the most interesting aspect for me has been how he's sort of used the Brothers, which is an area of Northampton where I grew up, and it's been used in this area, sort of the main crux of the novel where everything revolves around it. And you might think it's quite narrow in scope, just setting it in this location, but the amount of topics and themes and detail he has, it's so broad that it's quite mind-boggling really. And I was just interested to know whether any of you have sort of come across any books that have used the locations as sort of the main aspect of the work, and setting their story be alongside it, because I've very much found it quite interesting how he's got this real life locations and he's been using it to wind his plot around. So if any of you have grown up in any towns or cities that have a fictional piece written about him, do let me know, because I find it quite interesting. And I think people who have lived in the boroughs would sort of get a bit more from it, recognising the areas of Northampton and the sort of landmarks that he talks about. Now what's this lonely little book doing sat all alone on the arm of a chair? Well, this is The Lies of Lamora by Scott Lynch, which is a fantasy novel and the first in the Gentleman Bastard sequence. So if you like gentlemen or you like bastards, this one might be for you. This is the 10th anniversary edition, and it's been my sole purchase of October so far, and probably will be my sole purchase of October. It's quite an interesting one because I've had it on my to buy list for such a long while, and every time I've gone in to buy it I've sort of reconsidered and put it back on the shelf, and it almost cost me this sort of procrastination, because I went down to Waterstones in Manchester Thursday before last, because Alistair Reynolds and Peter F. Hamilton were there doing a book signing. I thought, whilst I'm down there I might as well purchase a book. So I was considering what to buy, and I was really debating whether I should purchase this or not. In the end, obviously I didn't steal it, so I decided to buy it, hence why I have it on me. But whilst I was umming and ahhing over it, Peter F. Hamilton and Alistair Reynolds had wandered off on the desk, presumably to get lunch or have a breather or something. So when I got back there, I saw that I had gone and thought that I'd missed my chance. So, that's what I get for putting off purchasing books, I guess. But they did turn up, obviously, and it was very nice to sort of see the authors in the flesh and sort of hear about how they plan books and hear their thoughts on each other's work. So it's very nice people, and quite a nice day out really. But if any of you have read this book, I mean, I've heard good things about it, so if you have any thoughts or views on this book, do let me know. I mean, most of October what I plan to do is sort of read some of the books that I've left hanging, neglected on the bookshelf. And I think it'd be nice to sort of get through some of the books that I've been, waiting a turn. So I won't be buying too many books. As I say, this will probably be my sole purchase of October. What else? Oh yes, I've been thinking of maybe looking at reviewing self-published works or maybe indie published works. Sort of hunting down and finding out whether there's any, diamonds in the rough, so to speak. So I'm looking at sort of, self-published books and seeing what they have to offer, and hopefully give some of the better ones some exposure, because I imagine that there are quite a few really good books that sort of been left undiscovered. So sort of treating it as a treasure hunt. So hopefully, maybe sometime next month we can. I'll start sort of just doing, one sort of self-published book review a month or something, and just sort of giving a bit of credence to, people who have put a lot of effort into their works, and giving them a bit of exposure if they want it. So that'd be interesting, I guess. Hunting down new sort of overlooked books. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I think that's all I've got to say, really. So thank you for watching. Have a good day, and see you later. Bye.